Action.
Hi everyone, it's Andy from Hydroactive Pools and Spas. So a little quick chemical lesson for you. First of all, every single hot tub we supply comes with a booklet that details everything you need to know in your chemical starter kit, plus some other questions that you might ask. Please familiarise yourself with this booklet. There's a little chart on the back that you can fill in, and it will give you a little guide over a 7 to 10 day period that you can follow. So the first thing you need to do is perform a daily check on your hot tub. You're going to check for three things: sanitizer level, i.e. chlorine or bromine. You're going to check for pH level, and you're going to check for TA or total alkalinity. And we use a test strip, mainly a three-way test strip, to do this. We do a test strip dip once a day, and we check all three levels. The test strips will indicate on the back where the levels are at. They're usually marked up as spa OK and hot tub OK. If the levels are not correct, you will need to make an adjustment. So if we check the levels and the pH is incorrect and we need to make adjustments, we can use pH plus for increasing pH, pH minus for decreasing pH. It clearly says on the label which one's which, okay? You must balance pH correctly. If you don't balance pH correctly, you'll get some skin irritation, you'll get some eye irritation, and you'll cause damage to your hot tub, which is not covered under warranty. We do not cover damage caused to your hot tub by bad water chemistry and or hard water. Okay, so controlling pH is extremely important. If pH is out of sync, the rest of your chemicals won't work properly. 7.2 to 7.6 on the pH scale is where we need to be dictated to by your daily test. Whenever we need to add any pH correction products, we use the cap as a guide, and we put somewhere between half and 1 cap in whenever we need to increase the pH up, take it up or take it down. So pH plus increases pH, pH minus decreases pH, half a cap to 1 cap full as and when required in order to alter the pH of the water. Retest 24 hours later, no sooner. Whenever we're putting the chemical in, we put the jets on full, we leave it running for 1 full cycle. The jets will cycle for about 20 minutes. That mixes the chemical quickly in the water. We leave it in there, we let it do its job. We can use it after 20 minutes. Retest 24 hours later, no sooner. That leads us on to sanitizer, and most of the hot tubs that we supply, we use chlorine as a sanitizer. Chlorine is extremely effective, it's fast acting in its granular format, and it's cheap to buy from your point of view. We must maintain a chlorine or sanitizer level in the water of between 1 and 3 parts per million, as shown on a test strip. It's the same time you do the test for the pH, you're doing the test for the chlorine. Whenever the levels are below 1 part per million, we add granular chlorine to the water. Now it should be dissolved in warm water in a jug and popped into the hot tub with the jets on full for 1 full cycle, or if you feel confident, you could put between between half and 1 of the caps, pop it into the spa, gently sprinkle it into a movement of water, keep the jets moving. Please do not just throw a lump of chlorine into the water without the jets on. It will settle quickly and it will bleach out the bottom of the shell. Again, not covered under warranty. So the best advice would be to pre-mix in warm water, or if you feel confident, sprinkle the granules over the water, leave the jets on again for circulating for 20 minutes, and you can use it after 20 minutes. You must superchlorinate your hot tub once a week without fail. It's commonly called shock dosing. We add a shock product. Hydroactive recommend non-chlorine shock. This is an oxidizer that is more powerful than the standard oxidization you get from chlorine. It will kill all the buildup of bacteria that gets in the water that regular sanitizers cannot kill. And you must do this once a week without fail after a heavy bather load. So if you've got a few people in the hot tub for a prolonged period of time, or when you start to spa up from fresh. In other words, after your refills, you will need to superchlorinate or shock dose it. Okay, half to 1 cap. I would probably recommend 1 cap. Gently sprinkle it into the water, or pre-mix in lukewarm water again into the tub when you fill it back up. And do not put chlorine or any other sanitizer in at the same time. You don't need to. This does a more effective job. Please do not use it as regular sanitizer. Regular sanitizer is chlorine. Okay, we need to drain the spa down every 12 weeks without fail. Buy yourself a cheap submersible pump. We don't supply them at the moment, unfortunately, but you can buy them from Screwfix, you can buy them from Machine Mart, and buy a good sized convoluted hose for your submersible pump. Every 12 weeks without fail, you must drain the hot tub down and refill with fresh water. That is the guidelines. If you choose to go over the guidelines, it's at your risk. Every 12 weeks without fail. I would recommend every 2 to 4 weeks. If you're lucky enough to have an Estelle filter cleaning machine, is to pop your filters out and give them a clean in your filter cleaning machine. If you're not lucky enough to have a filter cleaning machine and you can buy them from us online, then I would recommend that you take the filters out, you spray them with an instant cartridge cleaner or soak them in a soak-in type cartridge cleaner and clean the filters properly and pop them back in. You must not run the hot tub without any filters in the filter housing. Any damage caused to the hot tub by improper use, misuse or abuse is not covered under warranty, so please be aware of that. So drain downs every 12 weeks, clean filters every 2 to 4 weeks dependent upon use. If you live in a hard water area, you need to control the buildup of limescale in your hot tub, or you need to prevent the buildup of limescale in your hot tub, and we add this product to it called Stain and Scale Inhibitor. It covers 90% of all applications. Add 2 capfuls weekly without fail to your hot tub, and we will prevent the damage caused by limescale, precipitated calcium. Will prevent that damage from causing any damage to, or that from causing any damage to your hot tub. Quite important if you live in a hard water area. Doncaster, Sheffield, Barnsley, Rotherham, Lincolnshire, we're all hard water areas. You will get foam forming in a hot tub. Unfortunately, there's not a great deal we can do about that, other than I would recommend you shower before using your hot tub. Have swimwear dedicated to sole use of the hot tub. You don't wash it in detergents. Try and remove hair and body products from using your hot tub and you'll minimise foam. If persistent foam is a problem, we can control it with no foam. 2 ways to apply no foam. Please apply sparingly. Please apply sparingly. No foam is silicone based. When it splits out, it will sit on the filter cartridges if you put too much in, and it will render the filtration system useless in the spa, and it will sit all over the walls of the spa, and it's a nightmare to get rid of. Use sparingly. Do not use no foam because you're not getting your other chemicals right. If foam is persistent, it means that something's not right. Either your sanitizer's not correct, or you're not regular shock dosing, or your filtration times need increasing. Use no foam sparingly. 1/4 of a cap into the water when the jets are on will help the natural foam to dissipate. Last but not least, TA, total alkalinity. In order to keep all the chemicals in balance, we need to look at the total mineral content of the water. When the water is heated up, specific heavy metals evaporate out of the water. Calcium carbonate, sodium carbonate, they evaporate out of the water. Effectively, they are a buffer that prevents the pH of the water from fluctuating, within a huge bandwidth. If we keep the minerals in the water, it stops pH from fluctuating. You're not chasing it, and you're going to use less chemical to correct pH and make life a bit easier for you. If you see a reading on your test strip that says TA is lower than 80 parts per million, take 2 tablespoons of baking powder, pop it into your spa, recheck it 24 hours later and adjust again if necessary. If TA is too high, if it's higher than 180 parts per million, then use pH minus to bring TA down. Okay, no? Guys, if you've got any further questions, you can message us on Facebook, you can email us, or you can contact us by phone. We'll do our best to help you during this time. Thanks, guys.